let's get it back to the Eagles. We've got Kevin Kincaid back from vacation. Kevin, how excited are you for Eagles training camp to be back? I know, is it still true that you might be going down a couple times? We have confirmed that this year?
Not confirmed yet. I would like to go, though,
Okay.
because we have backup, really. I've got you with me this time around. So, last year, the year before that, if we were going to go down to training camp, it would have been just me there. Nobody would be doing anything for the site, So it was like that. That's kind of, I don't know if people know this. That's why we don't go down to Eagles stuff, or why we didn't go down to Eagles stuff, because I had Bob doing the Phillies. We had Anthony and Russ going down to Flyers. I was going down to Sixers. And then if anything Union popped up, I had a credential for there too. But we never carried an Eagles credential because going down to training camp, there was just, that's time that we could have been putting stuff up on the site, So it's like we just never really saw like training camp being worth the time. But since you're here too, I mean, you can be home base. I can go down there, shoot some useless video, and beam it back or whatever. So.
That's what I want to ask you. How are you going to separate yourself if you're allowed down there this summer? How are you going to separate yourself from the guys who are charting 7-on-7 drills, or the guys who are posting video or pictures, or hey, what did Nick Sirianni wear today? How do you plan, given the opportunity, to separate yourself from the amazing beats that we have in this city?
Maybe just not going down too often, maybe just like 2 or 3 times. I don't know. It's it's funny because we like shit all over that stuff, but there is some there's value in parts of it, especially like day one, where it's like, hey, Jordan Davis looks jacked, here he is walking into training camp, or here's AJ Brown's first reps, catches with Jalen Hurts throwing in the ball in an Eagles uniform, or
insert third string tight end here that looks really good, and I think he's going to impress some this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's some truth to that kind of stuff. I mean, like Tyree Jackson actually like look really good. You get these constant like day. If guy has a good day, so be it. You have good days and bad days, but if guy consistently is like looking good, you can make some like extrapolations and observations based on that. But I think like day one's important. New guys coming in, does this guy look jacked? Did this guy lose weight? Here's the video of Jalen Hurts coming back. Like what is Jonathan Gannon going to play? How's his defense going to look? I think there's value in that. I think you just get into like you go down a hole when you start charting, practice reps, and Jalen Hurts went 3 for 10. I mean, look at what happened with the Gunner thing when he posted the he come out and address everybody and tell them to chill out. But hopefully, I mean, maybe just try to go down a couple times and I don't know, have a little bit of a presence down there, but it's not something that was ever really important to us, So
I think you should be fun question guy, the one that all the media members roll their eyes at, but it probably does the most views on social media. Be fun.
Yeah, well, we gotta ask Nick Sirianni. We gotta have him put the settle the record when it comes to Peter from Maple Shade, right? So we gotta get the answer to that, And
what's Jay Wright like? I heard they're best friends now. I just read an article about that. What's Jay Wright smell like?
It's funny, man, because they do. We got the schedule, the training camp schedule, and they do like a rotating thing with the coach and the coordinator. So like Sirianni will speak, and then I think like 2 days later it'll be like Jonathan Gannon, and then 2 days later it'll be Shane Steichen. I think what's the special teams guy? Michael Clay. He'll go up there and talk. So they do talking
to that guy. They love talking to that guy.
Well, it's funny. They ask different questions to the special teams guy too. Like
remember Dave Phipp? Remember when he was here?
Dave Phipp was like the longest tenured Philadelphia Eagles coach for a long time, wasn't he? He was here with the he was a holdover from Andy and Chip, I think.
Yeah, he was very animated. He was a fun interview too.
You don't want to be like the douchebag who's in the back who's like, well, what do you think of, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, a lot of the stuff just gets bland because you're asking a lot of the same questions at press conference too that you're asking in press conference. Well, there's not a lot of variation between what happened from week to week. When you get to the regular season, you have games, so there's like, demarcations based on like what the topic is. But, you get to week 2 in camp. How did AJ Brown look? Oh, he looked great. He looked just like last week. Like there's not enough that changes.
Yeah,
that makes it work.
It's like, how the Capital One, they do the rankings of like every college team between like all the sports. Like Notre Dame won the Capital One like rankings, so it means like not only football, baseball, basketball, but also like gymnastics, or also like track and field and everything. So they have like a numerical value they put, and they rank these guys, and you win a trophy at the end of the year for being, I guess, quote unquote, having the best athletic program in men's and women's collegiate sports. Maybe I should start power ranking all the beats questions from every day. It's going to get annoying. It's going to get terrible. I'm going to be sifting through 30 minutes of film and whatnot. But may we name our Philadelphia Credit Union champion.
Yeah.
At the end of the training camp.
Yeah. Sponsored by Cordell, and Cordell put his name on the trophy or something. I think it's funny too, because they do like, just to kind of set the scene down there, media is only allowed to shoot like a certain portion of practice. So they do like Nick Sirianni and Jonathan Gannon will speak like 9:30 or 9:40 or whatever. Then at 10 a.m. is when you can start like filming, and you get maybe like 15, 20 minutes where you get like individual session and warm-ups or whatever. But then like most of it is closed off, but then they walk back to the tent, and they have this like interview tent and like kind of a mix zone that's set up before you get back to NovaCare. So, it's like rows of people trying to yell out questions and things like that. It's a little chaotic. There's a lot of people down there. There's not as many people down there as when I used to go. I only went casually when I was with Channel 3 because I was doing some stuff with Beasley Reese in the field, but I've never been down there consistently, like as a beat reporter or whatever. There's a lot of people down there. It's kind of hard to kind of stand out from the crowd. So you got to find value and value.
Don't sell yourself so short.
Yeah.
I think you can stand out from the crowd. Hey, listen. If they don't let us in, me and you will get 2 12-foot ladders from the South Philly Home Depot down on Columbus Ave, okay? And we'll stand over the bushes, and we'll get binoculars, and we'll tweet out. We'll tweet out what's going on.